I'm Janet Esseiva, and I'm the resident curator for the Bowen Island Arts Council. And in addition to that, I'm also a visual artist myself. So I have a background in both.
Both sides of the camp.
Both sides of the camp. So I get where artists are coming from, and I get where, from the curator, I get where I need to be as well to support artists. And it's kind of a scary place for a curator to be, because we've been working for this at this for about a year, and now all the questions come about what is coming. Is it actually going to come together? But we have a number of artists and the work has started arriving, and it's getting very, very exciting seeing the creativity. In my 3 years as a curator, I've never worked with First Nations artists. So starting to see the work that's coming in is very exciting, and I'm quite excited to be able to promote this and bring it to Bowen Island and the wider world, so to speak. I mean, working with a group of artists is always really interesting. It's quite dynamic. You know, it's a solo artist, you know where you're at. A group of artists, it's always dynamic, and there's always things being added and things being taken away and things changing, and the whole nature of a show is it's creative, so it's always changing. But having this additional influence of that's so tied to the history of this country and so tied to the land, in a way that I can't even sort of begin to understand where that's coming from. That's been sort of an eye-opener for me. I mean, as an artist, I relate to the environment, and I love the environment, and I paint from that, my response. But seeing people with historical ties, that's bringing a whole different dimension for me. You know, and the other thing is, you know, I work with traditional medium, well, for me, a traditional medium, acrylic, but seeing people then again working with tools and with stuff that actually comes from the land. So working with animal skins and working with the wood and working with bark and working with skins, and it's just amazing seeing where everything comes from the land, essentially. Yeah, that's been a big thing for me.
Great. So you see some techniques that you'd like to apply into your own art?
Well, I'm not sure that would be appropriation or appropriate. And of course, that's a big question as part of, in addition to the show, is also the cultural panel. But connecting with where things come from. So, you know, when I work with paint, and then I use, most of my paints are mineral-based. So where does that come from? It's kind of a whole new thought and a whole new sort of connection about where things come from. Yeah.
Well, we'll look forward to the show.
Thank you. Me too.